Edomites. So your ancestor is a man called Esau Edom.
No, I'm sorry, you're wrong. You need to do ancestry and genealogy. I think you'll find you're wrong. We all come out of Africa, actually. You and I have the same single descendant, funnily enough. You and I, we look very similar, but if you go back and back and back, we all come from Africa, and you and I have the same descendants.
So what's racism?
What's racism? Exactly, you tell me.
Well, you told me.
Well, I know.
Because it was your people attacking my people.
Well, in your people.
So if we're all the same, because you said that we're all the same, so why was your people attacking my people?
Well, I don't attack you. I'm not attacking you.
You know what I'm talking about?
No, I don't. People. I mean, there are wars going on throughout the centuries. All. It's not just white on black. It's black on black.
Because remember, you have got famous scientists like Darwin, Charles Darwin, that explained the evolution process.
Yes.
Why isn't he saying the same thing that you're teaching? Because you're saying that we're all the same people, right? That we all evolved.
Exactly, we all evolved.
So,
right. He says exactly that. He says exactly that. We all evolved from Africa. Actually, we all came out of Africa.
But he used the evolutionary process to explain why whites are more superior to blacks.
No, he didn't.
Yes, he did.
I'm sorry, you've got the wrong person.
He was Charles Darwin. He was a renowned racist.
No,
he was a big time racist.
Well, do you think we're the same or not?
No, we're two separate nations of people. That's why your people attacked my people.
No, I'm sorry, you're not. Go back and back and back. You and I share the same genes.
No, we don't share the same. How can we share the same genes?
You're my brother and I'm your sister. Bad luck. That's how it is. I know it's not a happy concept. It's nice to have good and bad, but I'm sorry, it's not. We're the same underneath.
Then explain racism.
Well, I can't.
Explain why, if we're the same people, the same blood, the same genes,
yes.
Why did your people attack my people?
Why are you attacking me, saying your people? Why are you saying that to me?
Is that how the devil operates? Is that how the devil operates?
Wait, sorry, madam.
No, you don't know where she's from, man.
You're British, right?
What did the British reply? Where are you from? Are you British or are you from somewhere else?
Well, I'm not. You're British, right?
Well, you're British, are you? You've got a British passport?
Yeah, but I'm not British by blood.
We're the same.
No, we're not the same.
We're the same. Okay.
So why are so-called white people in America calling Mexicans illegal immigrants?
I'm sorry, I'm not a...
So why everybody else an illegal immigrant except your people?
Well, you're not an illegal immigrant, are you?
I know, but so-called white people, you're renowned.
You're
You're renowned for entering into other people's houses in their countries.
Don't say that to me. It's dreadful.
What am I saying? I'm talking about you per se. I'm talking about in general as a people. This is what you do.
Everybody who's white is the same. Is everybody black the same? It's a dreadful concept.
But you said, well, you know what? I'm not going to get into this. It's like a cycle, a mind game. It's a mind game. It's a mind game. Listen, the whole point that we're trying to preach is that at the end of the day, our time is coming and your time is ending.
Well, is
Right.
that not racism, brother?
Huh?
That is racism.
What?
You're distinguishing me by my race.
But that's what your people did.
No, but does that make them right?
Yeah, but now you got to pay for it. So now you got to pay for what you've done.
Okay, what's sticking up with me? I mean...
You understand that it's in the bones of so-called white people to know that a retribution is coming for what you've done. That you can't do what you've done on earth and get away with that. You're going to have to suffer for what you've now done on earth.
You can stand and say this to an old lady like me.
Huh?
In multicultural Brixton, say that to me.
Multicultural?
Multicultural.
We're talking about gentrification.
I'm shocked.
That's gentrification.
I'm shocked that you can stand
Why
and
would you
say
be
this
shocked?
to an old lady and not see that it's racist and aggressive and...
The word racism, there's nothing wrong with racism.
You don't think there is? No.
What's the word-
Okay.
okay, what does the word racism mean to you?
Well, you hit the nail on the head. You said
Anyway.
you don't mind racism.
Yeah, let's move on. It's not for.
I think this is very important that we discuss this because I think it's fundamental and that I'm telling you we are the same. Genetically, we are the
But that's just
same.
impossible. Otherwise, you wouldn't identify other races of people, racially profile my people right, and make my people to suffer, right, persecute my people, right, and then at the end of the day turn around and say, oh, we're all the same. Now that
profiling me.
no, you came up here.
You're racially profiling me. You're saying I'm of these people that you are against, that you can be racist against, and say your time's coming and we're going to rule you, or whatever it is you're saying. I'm not quite sure. You are profiling me as white, and therefore somebody
You're not white.
attacked.
You're an Edomite.
Well, to be attacked.
We're not attacking you.
You are attacking.
No, we're not. Remember, you came up here, so we're not attacking you.
You are. I can tell by your tone of voice. You're
So?
very angry. And it's very difficult for you to
That's not
accept.
attacking. That's not attacking.
Well, I'm
We're not
sorry,
attacking you.
It is.
We're speaking to you, but we're just speaking very passionately about what we know is going to happen.
Because I was actually, you don't know what's going on.
Yeah, we do.
And
Anyway, we're gonna move on. We're gonna move on.
Understanding of genetics, because we all came from Africa. We're all
No, we didn't
similar.
all come from Africa.
We did.
No, we
Look it
didn't.
up. I'm sorry, genetically, you and I are exactly the same, brother.
No, we're not the same.
We are.
We'll justify lynching.
You
If
don't
we're the
want
same
to be
people,
the same as me, do
why
you?
was one genetic group of people, genetic pool of people, lynching another genetic pool of people? Because they were not the same. There were two different classes of people, genetic pools of people.
Hi, I'm sorry, I think what you're preaching is racist.
Them devils think they're smart, man.
They think they're slick.
They think, yeah. But see how subtle shit came? Like a serpent.
They like traps. That's how they lay traps. They're trying to like all that racism thing. Your brothers are racist.
Yeah.
Yeah, so what? That's what it is. So, yeah, we're for our race.
Yeah.
That's what the word racism means. I think it comes from the word, was it raka?
Right. Racist.
Race, yeah, this is
Yeah.
racist.
You know, so you're for your own race.
Like a pianist.
Yeah. Right. Or a dentist.
Your dentist, exactly.
You're about a certain profession, or we're about a certain race.
We're about our people.
Yeah, we're about our people.
That's what it is. I don't know what that was about. You're right. That's our people, man.
Yeah. But that's some old ass Edomite. Like, what the hell?
Looking at us, like, you're alright. You're
Yeah. What? Are you alright? Like, what? Are you alright?
You're not none of you, alright?
Are you alright?
See, they look at us like we're crazy.
Like, yeah.
Well, we're gonna look at you.
Like, we're looking at her like, what the fuck? Are you alright?
Like, you're alright.
You know what I mean?
There's some old ass decrepit leader, man.
I hope. Well, at least got a couple rounds out of her, boy.
Wow, look at her. She's so happy, cheesy.
Yeah, because in her mind, she's with,
She made it.
she's with her Messiah.
And that's her savior, right?
So she looks down at me. Really, she's mentally messed up in the head, man. Like, can you imagine that?
When Jacob Trouble comes, man.
Yeah.
You're a catharsis. You're a catharsis, man.
Do you see that? Let me get this. Amos. Let me get this. It was Amos chapter 8, verse 11. So lovely. Amos chapter 8, verse 11. The point is in verse 12. Amos 8, verse 11. Behold, the days come, saith the Lord God, thou will send a famine in the land. The Lord is going to send a spirit of famine. Not a famine of bread, nor a thirst for water, but of hearing the words of the Lord. The point, and they shall wander from sea to sea, and from north even to the east. They shall run to and fro, to seek the word of the Lord, and shall not find it. Right, so in the end of the day, you people that are walking around proudly right now, in the end, man, you're going to be looking for answers. You're going to be looking for truth. How did we get to this? How did we get here? Right? What happened? What the fuck happened, man? Right? And those same men that you were looking at in the highways and byways that we were crazy, you're going to remember us in that day. And the same men you were talking shit about. What did it say? It says, she that is my enemy. That's Michael 7 verse 17. That's a lot. That's Michael 7. That's what verse is that?
That's verse 10, yeah?
What's that?
Micah 7, verse 10.
The Michael 7?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, go on.
Micah chapter 7, verse 10. Then she that is my enemy shall see it, and shame shall cover her, which said unto me, where is the Lord thy God?
Read that again, read that again.
Then she that is my enemy shall see it,
Right?
and shame shall cover her, which said unto me, where is the Lord thy God?
Right, so at the end of the day, the vast proportion of so-called black women and Hispanic Latino women, they don't believe on the same things that we, the prophets, are preaching. Right? They look at us like right now, we are a physical representative of so-called black men on the highways and byways. We're the bums. That's how we looked at. So-called black, you looked at as bums. You're looked down upon. No matter how rich and how famous you become, you will always be looked at as a nigger, man. Right? By your own people, by the so-called white man, by other nations of people. You will always be perceived as a nigger, man. Right? So when it said, she that is my enemy shall see, what's she going to see? She's going to see what? The fulfillment of everything that we've been saying. The fulfillment of prophecy. The same things that we've been preaching out here in the streets to you, you're going to see it for your own very eyes, as the scriptures tell you that the books shall be opened right before the firmament, and they shall see all together. So you're going to see it, man. Come on.
My eyes shall behold her. Now shall she be trodden down like the mire of the streets.
Now I'm going to behold her, and she's going to be trodden down as the mire of the streets, man. Right? So the so-called black woman, she's going to get what's coming to her. Right? And it's going to say, woe unto you that laugh now, but you going to mourn and weep, man. You understand?
That's not like this. You see how people laughing, kids laughing.
Yeah, you see.
I was laughing all like, you don't know what's coming.
I'm telling you.
You don't know what's coming.
You get this right now. It says Proverbs chapter 21, Proverbs 21 verse 13. Whoso stoppeth his ears at the cry of the poor, he also shall cry himself, but shall not be heard. You hear that? So when you stop your ears at the cry, who's the poor? The poor represents who? The prophets, man. And we're the ones crying aloud in your streets. But who refuses to hear? All women. The 2/3 of you so-called black men, Mexicans, Hispanics, Latinas, you refuse to hearken. So a time's going to come where you are going to cry. And the Most High is going to close up his ears from your cry, man. He ain't going to hear you. Right? Because you wasn't trying to hear him. Right? I'm telling you, man. The prayer of the wicked is an abomination. The prayer of the wicked. The prayer of the wicked is an abomination. You can try and get that. Just type it in Google search. The prayer of the wicked is an abomination. Then we're gonna close out.
No, it's not.
You can bring that one out. Yeah, bring that one out.
Proverbs 15 verse 8. The sacrifice of the wicked is an abomination to the Lord, but the prayer of the upright is his delight.
Right, so it says the sacrifice of the wicked is an abomination. Right? The Most High is not going to hear your prayer. Let me get this. Is Lamentations chapter 3 verse 40. Let me start with verse 42. We have transgressed and have rebelled. Thou hast not pardoned. Thou hast covered with anger and persecuted us. Thou hast slain. Thou hast not pitied. Thou hast covered thyself with a cloud, that our prayer should not pass through. Right? That our prayer will not pass through. There you go. Thou hast made us as the offscoring and refuse in the midst of the people. Okay? So the Most High is going to make it where your prayer or your cry will not pass through unto him, man. Okay? But the Lord is only going to hear the cry of what the humble. Those men that have given their bodies as a living sacrifice on the highways and byways. You see what I'm saying? But let me get this, let me go back to this, let me jump back to the main point. John chapter 10, verse 1. Verily, verily, I say unto you, he that entereth not by the door into the sheepfold, but climbeth up some other way, the same is a thief and a robber. But he that entereth in by the door is the shepherd of the sheep. To him the porter openeth, and the sheep hear his voice, and he calleth his own sheep by name, and leadeth them out. Right? And when he putteth forth his own sheep, he goeth before them, and the sheep follow him, for they know his voice. Right, so we're gonna go through that straight and narrow passage. Right? Through that door, unto what? The great and wide, which represents the kingdom. Do you understand? And the sheep represent who? That's the Israelites. Because you're a Christian saying, oh, the sheep can be anybody. Well, that's not the truth. Let me get this right now in Salakia. You hear it in a minute. You hear it in a minute. Salakia. So this is Psalms 100 verse 3. Know ye that Yahweh, he is the Most High. It is he that hath made us, and not we ourselves. We are his people, and the sheep of his pasture. So there you go. This is, let me get this right now. Psalms 95. So look, this is Psalms chapter 95. So look, Psalms 95, verse 7. For he is our God, and we are the people of his pasture, and the sheep of his hand. Today, if ye will hear his voice, harden not your heart as in the provocation, and as in the day of temptation, in the wilderness, when your fathers tempted me, proved me, and saw my work. Right, so who's the people of his pasture, the sheep of his hand? The Israelites, man. You understand? So there you go, there you have it. So when you go back to John chapter 10, when he talks about the Lord will lead his sheep through that narrow, that straight gate. If you can give me that in Matthew's chapter 7, verse 13. Matthew 7, verse 13.
Matthew 7, verse 13. Enter ye at the straight gate, for wide is the gate, and broad is the way that leadeth to destruction.
So wide is the gate, and broad is the way that leadeth to destruction. Do you understand what I'm saying? Come on.
And many there be which go in therein.
And man, I'm telling you, the vast proportion of you so-called blacks, you're gonna die, man. You're gonna die terrible deaths. And a lot of all you people, man. You understand? It's going to tell you that this world is made for many, but the world to come for few, man. Right? So there's not going to be a lot of people left alive at the time this whole ordeal goes down. Right? When the missiles hit ground zero and blow up America and various parts of the earth, there's not going to be a lot of people left alive. The world to come is going to be for few, man. Only a few people going to make it out. Did I get a lot?
Matthew 7, verse 13. Enter ye at the straight gate.
Which is what? Through Yahweh Shai. Because he's that door, come on.
For wide is the gate, and broad is the way that leadeth to destruction.
Right, so enter, because when you look up the word straight, the word there is a position of difficulty. Something that's straightened, a narrow, that's a position of difficulty. So naturally, to be saved, to actually make it and be delivered, you have time for the Bible, man. To actually make it and be delivered, you gotta go through holy hell, man. Not only are you going to be looked at as a nigger, but at the same time, you have to accept that and still give up the world, man. Be looked down upon by your own friends, right? The world. Be at adversity with your own family. Do you understand what I'm saying? Being alone. Living a life of what? Solitude. Being alone, man. So that's a straightened gate. That's a position of difficulty. Do you understand? Let me get this right here. This is Lamentations. Lamentations chapter 3, verse 25. Lamentations 3, verse 25. Yahweh is good unto them that wait for him, to the soul that seeketh him. It is good that a man should both hope and quietly wait for the salvation of Yahweh. It is good for a man that he bear the yoke in his youth. That's the point. He sitteth alone and keepeth silence, because he hath borne it upon him. Right, so it's good that a man bear it. Right, it's good that he sitteth alone, man. Right? Because in his straight and narrow path to the kingdom, that's what you're gonna have to bear for yourself, man. Go back to yeah. Because remember, being out here in the highways and byways, man. You know, I'm speaking for brothers that, you know what it means to be out here in front line by yourself. You're a true soldier. And the word soldier comes from the word solitary. So the Lord is bringing that upon you. How, what the scriptures tell you that two is good, two is better rather than one. You know, because one has the ability to support the other. That's in Ecclesiastes. But if you're out there by yourself, man, because really, even if you are a part of a camp, you're still really by yourself. And that's how you should always look at it. Even though you're in a camp, don't ever look at it as if I'm only coming to camp and letting the other brother do all the work. I'm just going to stand there looking good. You know, a lot of guys do that. You see that in camps. You know, one guy's putting in all the work. The other guys, they're on the side, hands in the pockets. The Bible's shut. They got it under their arm, but the Bible's shut. Right? You always have to look at it as if worst case scenario, you could be out there by yourself. And that is what's going to happen in the end of the day, man. Yeah? When the Lord takes out all the electricity and shuts down mobile phone connectivity, you won't be able to access the group chat or you know, contact a brother. You're going to be out there in the field by yourself. What are you going to do then? You have to look at it like that, man. Worst case scenario. See, I'm also telling you, in the time to come, there's really going to filter out who's really about it and who isn't. Certain guys that have been acting the whole time. Man, the Lord is constantly refining the temple, constantly refining this whole household of faith, constantly testing men, putting men through the fire, making men go through adversity to try and prove whether you're truly about this or not. And you see, Jacob's trouble, this time of great tribulation, is going to serve to put out certain brothers that are not about it.
Matthew 7 verse 13. Enter ye in at the straight gate, for wide is the gate and broad is the way that leadeth to destruction. And many there be which go in therein.
And many's going to die, come on.
Because straight is the gate and narrow is the way which leadeth unto life, but few there be that find it.
Right, only a few. And who's the few? The few is the elect. Only a few are going to find that way. They're going to find Yahweh's hand. Only a few there be that's going to find the way to salvation, right? To immortality, that's going to get the true understanding of this word, right? And make it. You understand what I'm saying? Let me try to get this to lock you. Right. The word straight spelled S-T-R-A-I-T. So you have straight in terms of like a straight, like S-T-R-A-I-G-H-T, like a straight line, right? So that's how that's spelled, but in the terms of this, the spelling is S-T-R-A-I-T, which is narrow, confined space or place, especially narrow pass or passage between hills. Right? Narrow pass, narrow passage of water. Israelite, man. Trying on. Let me try and bring this out. That was Matthew's 7 verse what? 13, isn't it? 7 verse 13. Yeah.
Israelites.
To the wall, man. To the wall. Because straight. Right. The word straight there just means narrow or straight. Not really saying anything else, man. Right, so there you go. Okay, so pretty much a position of difficulty. Okay, something that's been on let me try some more. So something that's been confined, right, or a narrow passage. Right, so it says often in plural straits, the sense of difficulty, plight. Yeah, you see? Difficulty, you see? Conventional or wisely limited way of life. So when you come to the truth, you're limited. Because in your mind it's like you can't do the wickedness that those people do in the world. Right, because you know that the Lord will fuck you up. That's why it says a wise man will fear in everything. In the day of sinning, he will beware of offense. So a wise man knows he's limited in what he can do. Right? So that's the life a man is gonna have to live if he wants to make it to the broad and wide, man. Okay? So there you go, there you have it, man. So there you go. So where is it? So that's a position of difficulty or plight. Okay? So when you get the plight, it's plight me, man. Plight. It's a lot more. Oh. Right, the word plight means a dangerous, difficult, or otherwise unfortunate situation. Okay, predicament. So a hard or difficult predicament, a sorry condition, a sad state, trouble, difficulty, mess, situation, right? Extremity, circumstances, dire straits. Right? So that's the word plight. Okay, a plight of afflictions. So read that verse again. Enter in at a straight gate.
Matthew 7 verse 13. Enter ye at the straight gate. For wide is the gate, and broad is the way that leadeth to destruction.
You guys are Israelites. You're God's chosen people, man.
And many there be which go in therein.
Right, come on.
Because straight is the gate, and narrow is the way which leadeth unto fire,
Right.
and few there be that find it.
Now read the file. Read that again.
Because straight is the gate,
Right.
and narrow is the way which leadeth unto fire, unto life. Sorry.
Right.
Like,
The file. What?